What's going on YouTube? Welcome to the land of Reckless Logic. Please make sure you guys pop that like button, hit the subscribe button, and please smack the notification bell so do not miss any more posts from me. Let's get straight into this video. Alrighty, so just so you guys are aware, by the time of this video, you guys already know what we're here to talk about. We will be talking about Andrew Tate. He seemed to have himself in a bit of trouble. So with all of that being said, I'm going to run my fair use disclaimer, and then we're going to get straight into the mess. Let's get straight into it, y'all.
I'm in danger! I'm in danger! I'm in danger!
Disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976 allows is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, always constructive. Comment down below. News reporting, I guess that's what we doing. Teaching, hopefully y'all learn something. Scholarship, we ain't got no money. Education and research so you can get a nasty piece of degree. Okay. Fair use is the use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. What is going on, y'all? How's everybody doing? So just so you guys are aware, because I know everybody knows, it's Mercury retrograde. During Mercury retrograde, my technology start acting crazy. Everybody's technology, for the most part, start acting crazy. So I already know it's gonna be glitches. I already know this stuff is probably gonna happen, but it's all right. We're gonna get through this. All right. So hello, everyone. How you guys are doing? What's going on? All right. So let's get straight into it. So Andrew Tate. Now, for those who do not know who Andrew Tate is, Andrew Tate, he is like another version of Kevin Samuels in a sense. That's the only person I can really think of that's really a notable voice or very much a notable figure in the manosphere sector. He's like a fresh and fit, but however, I think he's more. I don't know. I kind of look at him more on the. I equate him to Kevin Samuels. I'm gonna say that. So let's get straight into the tea. So just so you guys are aware, this specific story is by the courtesy of Hollywood Unlocked and also the Shade Room. That's what I'm going to be using. Hello, I'm going to say hello to everybody real quick. Now, y'all already know it's going to be glitching and stuff, so just so we're aware. Hey, Tracy, how you doing? Hey, Love. Hey, Sativa. Hey, Voice of Reason. What's going on, Rainy? Hey, JT. Hey, Queen Intro. And hey, Sabby. Let's get straight into it, y'all. Okay, first things first. So yes, right here it says Hollywood Unlocked. Andrew Tate and his brother. Oh, we got here we got a super sticker. We got to make sure. Thank you so very much, love. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you guys so very much. I really do appreciate it. You see, I'm doing much better by acknowledging when you guys actually give to the platform. Thank you guys so very much. I really do appreciate it. What's going on, Caitlin? Hey, Queen. And hey, Delia. What's going on? All right. So yes, when it comes down to Andrew Tate. Okay. So it says here by the courtesy of Hollywood Unlocked, Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan have been arrested in Romania on human trafficking charges. According to Romanian newspaper. Now, by the way, I'm about to butcher this. I'm about to butcher it. Gondul. Blame it on my tongue, not my heart. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. The controversial internet personality home in Birchesteras was raided on Thursday following claims that at least 2 women were being sexually exploited and held against their will. Now, I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to try to break this up in sections. Now, just so you guys are aware of the talking points that Andrew Tate literally has, he has, some may argue against that, is very misogynistic. As in the woman, you're not the prize. Women are so entitled. Women need to have more accountability. You know, that buzzword. I'll be honest with you. That's the reason why I kind of don't like that word, because I feel like a lot of people just throw it out there and it doesn't really make any sense. 2.5 seconds. All right. So yes. And as I continue, I had to lubricate. Now it says, while the brothers were taken into custody, a former policewoman was also arrested in connection to the allegations made against Andrew and his sibling. Now it says here, Romanian news outlet I'm about to butcher it again, y'all. Libertia. Oh, Liberty. I think that's right. Oh, we got another. Come on. Thank you, voice of reason. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so very much. Yeah, right here. I just found out today he was a professional kickboxer. Yes, he's a professional kickboxer. But to be completely honest, I really didn't know of him personally because of his kickboxing skills. I learned about him in basically when it came down to him and his rhetoric, and of course, being on these YouTube spaces. That's how I learned about him personally. Okay, so let me continue. And thank you guys for all your contributions. I really do appreciate it. Where is it? And Merry Christmas. Okay, yes. Now it says here, while brothers were taken into custody, a former policewoman was also arrested in connection to the allegations made against Andrew and his sibling. It says here, Romanian news outlet Liberty claims that there may have been at least six y'all involved, which led to the raid to begin with, as an investigation is currently said to be underway. Girl, what's going on? Hey, C. Marie. Hey, Ev. Girl, here we go. Now it says Romania's crime unit DICCOT said in a press release on Thursday that they had raided 5 of Andrew's homes. Come on, 5 homes of Andrew's homes after obtaining search warrants, though it's unclear at this point whether they found any sufficient evidence in relation to the human trafficking claims made against the siblings. There we go. I lost my train of thought. I completely lost where I was. Andrew and Tristan will now be faced to answer questions. Story developing. So, hey JT. So let's get into what we need to get into. Oh, we got another one. Thank you so very much, Ev. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for your contribution. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. All right, so let me continue because there was some controversy. Actually, let me see. Can I bring this up? Because I actually want to bring this up. No, actually, I can read something else while I'm here. Because, I actually plan on actually giving you guys more of a background on who he is for those who are not aware. Actually, I can just do this. Open, period. Come on. Yes, it's working. Now it says here, now I have an article. Now, this is from the courtesy of BBC, not Big Black, not that, BBC News. Now it says here, Andrew Tate, Romanian police to hold influencer for 30 days. Now it says here, the controversial British-American influencer Andrew Tate will be held in detention in Romania for 30 days after court agreed to a police request. Girl. You guys, make sure you guys thumbs up. All right, it says Tate was arrested alongside his brother Tristan. Look, I'm over here multitasking. I'm reading and over here doing it. Come on. My lips got dry. Now it says Tate was arrested alongside his brother Tristan on Thursday as part of an investigation onto allegations of human trafficking and sexual assault. Now it says which they deny. So they do deny these claims, which is I'm not surprised, and most people are going to deny those claims, whether it's true or false. Now it says authorities suspect the pair, along with 2 Romanian men. So it's 4. So in total is the pair, which is Tristan, his brother, and Tate and Andrew, and then you have 2 other people that they're saying. I'm gonna read it again. It says authorities suspect the pair, along with 2 Romanian men, of running an organized crime group. Now it says here Tristan and 2 others were also detained by the court in Bucharest. Blame it on my tongue, not my heart. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Now it says outside the court, the Tate's lawyer Eugene Vinenic said they would appeal against the detention. So here's the thing. I'm gonna be honest. I can really not like somebody or like their politics, but I can still somewhat give them the benefit of the doubt. Now, here is where things get interesting. Things get interesting because even though I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt, this is the reason, and it goes back to what I said in my last live. Yeah, in my last live. When you are protective over your name and when you are protective over your reputation. Now, I will say this. Someone's name and reputation does not equate to whether or not you have the right to disrespect somebody. Because if they was somebody that was completely rude and disrespectful to people in the past, but yet they're not showing those exact same characteristics in present day, and you can actually see a distinction between then and now, that's something different. But I also said in that live that when you have a certain reputation or a certain aura that's attached to your name, you also have to be aware that you're also giving people who are, especially, and keep this in mind, he's a celebrity, or even if people don't consider him a celebrity, he has clout. His name rings bells for some people. He's well known. He's a professional kickboxer. He's well known in the manosphere. So keep that in context. If you're a celebrity and you have a certain energy about your name, or you have a certain reputation in or outside of the industry, you also give people who like to leech on to your name. So let's just say if this is a case where Andrew Tate is actually innocent, but here's the thing: you can be innocent, but however, you can't fault people for being able to believe certain rumors, only because the simple fact that the rumors line up with the stuff that you present. You get what I'm saying? And the thing is that if you're innocent in that case, it's a pill that's hard to swallow. And the reason being is because of the simple fact that you get people who just are clout chasing, or you get people that like to leech on to other people's names. And now, since they know the reputation that you have, and they know the type of response or the type of energy that you give out there into the world, they can easily maneuver or come up with a narrative that's so relatable to the message or the reaction that you give to the general public, to where people are going to believe it. That's only if, I'm going to say this, that's only if he's innocent. I'm going to try to give him the benefit of the doubt, but I'm going to tell you why I'm 50-50 on this, if you don't know why. So, I don't want to be that person that automatically, just because I don't like them in their politics, I don't want to be the first one to be like, yeah, you did it, and to find out he really didn't do it. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, but I'm still watching this case. Now it says here, okay, now it says, and I quote, it says here, "We are not at a stage where guilt or innocence is proven. For now, we only discuss preventative measures," he added. Mr. Vidovnik, I'm gonna call him Mr. V. We're gonna go with that. Mr. V, which is Tate's attorneys, told the BBC his client, come on, the BBC, his clients reject all the allegations. Of course they are. Like, let's be quite honest. People who are who actually takes people's lives, they're not gonna say, yeah, I did this, especially to a police officer. They're not gonna do that unless they're like on the extreme psychotic level. They're not gonna do that. Like most people, like, yeah, I rob. People are not gonna do that. Let's just kind of say, of course, they're gonna deny it if it's true. I don't know. Now it says here, Andrew Tate, who is 36, has yet to comment directly on the accusations. But after being detained, a tweet was sent from his Twitter account alluding to the 1999 movie The Matrix. And it says here, and I quote, "The Matrix sent their agents," the post said. The account also retweeted Matrix memes posted by a Twitter owner, Elon Musk. Girl. Now it says, during the detention hearing, the two brothers maintained the right to silence, the lawyer told the BBC. Come on, BBC. Oh, I'm glitching a little bit. Yeah, here's the thing. It's Mercury retrograde. With Mercury retrograde, It always happens. Everybody's technology and stuff start acting crazy. And since I'm over here, I low key live in the country, so my stuff most definitely gonna start acting crazy. And that's what no shame. But thank you. Let me see. Let me see. Yes. Okay. So it says here earlier, a police spokesperson told the BBC, come on, the BBC, that the 36-year-old would be held at a detention center. Now it says here on Thursday night, Romania's Directorate for Investigating Organized Crime and Terrorism issued a statement, but did not name the Tate brothers, stating that 2 British citizens and 2 Romanian citizens were suspected of being part of human trafficking group. Girl, I know that's right. Right here. Now, so the statement said officers had identified 6 people who were allegedly sexually exploited by what is called the organized criminal group. So, based on what I read from Hollywood Unlocked and based on what I read here, from what it sounds like, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, I know y'all probably gonna do that in the comments and let me know in the chat. It sounds like in total who were quote unquote in charge of this group was 4 people, what they have so far, which is Andrew, Tristan, which is Andrew Tate's brother, and then 2 other men that they said that are alleged of being part of this circle. But then now they're saying that it's 6 people that were actually sexually exploited, allegedly. So we're gonna see. Okay, yeah. Here we go. The statement said officers had identified 6 people who were allegedly sexually exploited by what is called an organized criminal group. Now it says police alleged the victims were recruited by the British citizens who they said had misrepresented their intention to enter into a relationship with the victims, which is called the lover boy method. Girl, here we go. I'm gonna read that again. Police alleged the victims were recruited by the British citizens who they said had misrepresented their intentions to enter the relationship with the victim, which is called the lover boy method. They were later forced to perform in pornographic content under threat of violence, and the statement alleged. Girl. Now it says, born in the U.S. before moving to the U.K., Mr. Tate went on to have a successful career as a kickboxer. In 2016, he was removed from British TV show Big Brother over a video which appeared to show him attacking a woman. He then set up a webcam business, which he described as adult entertainment. He went on to gain global notoriety and online, with Twitter banning him for saying women should bear responsibility for being SA. Now y'all know how I feel about when people say stupid stuff like that. Y'all, I'm trying to clean up this language because I'm monetized. Like, I hate when people say stupid like this. I'm gonna read it again. He went to gain notoriety and online, with Twitter banning him for saying women should bear responsibility for being SA. He has since been reinstated. I wonder why was he reinstated? I just wonder what happened. But despite social media bans, he gained popularity, particularly among young men, by promoting an ultra-masculine, ultra-luxurious lifestyle. He regularly appeared in videos with his fleet of expensive sports cars, private jets, and on expensive holidays. It's just the fact that people actually support this dude. But then again, I'm not shocked. I'm really not, because you want to be completely honest. Like, to be completely honest, are we shocked at this point? I keep telling y'all all the time. Oh my, I gotta refill. Like, I tell y'all this all the time. Like, these niggas ain't okay? I'm trying to censor this language. These naggers ain't okay? So the fact that, I'm gonna be honest with you, when it comes down to it, I'm more shocked and caught off guard when we actually come across a good, a man that's actually good to his core. I'm not gonna lie, I'm shocked when I come across that at this point, because at this point, these naggers ain't being is very much, it's more, I'm gonna say it's more common, at least in my case, I've seen it's more common. Like, when you actually start this Tory Lanez case, you actually start to see people that actually align themselves with Tory Lanez even after the verdict. That was telling. Kevin Samuels, that was telling. Fresh and Fit, that was telling. Who's another person? This one right, Andrew Tate, that was telling. And even when they know that DJ Academics, that was telling. Even when they know the history of these men, but yet they still take their word for it. It's no reason why you see this man attacking a woman, and then yet at the same time say things along the lines of, I love women, I want to protect women, but yet you're supporting a guy that attacks women. I need for y'all to make it make sense. Like, no, like, it really doesn't make any sense. No shade. Here we go. Hey, Yellow. It becomes more common who you only looking at ain't Ishnik. But that's the thing. Like, I think that's the thing as well too. It's like, for me, I'm in these conversations a lot. Like, you know, I'm into the deep sociological, psychological conversations. So a lot of times, even in real life, even when I'm speaking to people, it's certain language that they may say, and I'll be like, okay. And I may ask certain questions. I'm like, okay, like, go down that rabbit hole. I think I know what that is, but I want to be sure. Let me go down that rabbit hole. And then they'll say something and they'll confirm just about what I'm saying. So even when you have even when you have people that may see themselves as good guys or whatever, their politics don't match up to what they, I guess, the way that they may view themselves. I'm just saying, just to be completely honest. Let me see. Oh, let's do this. Oh, let me go back to the Instagram. Haha, I got to do a lot of maneuvering. Now it says here, social media reacts to Andrew Tate reportedly getting arrested in Romania for human trafficking. Girl. Now here's the thing. Actually, let me bring this up on my screen. Let me actually bring this up. Because, okay, so there was actually a big thing about him. What's the bitch's name? Andrew Tate being on, like, being in the video or taking a picture or whatever, because there was actually, let me see, can I hurry and get to it? Let me see. Yes, here we go. Bam, it's coming up. Period. So yes. Oh, girl, I forgot. It's Mercury retrograde. Everything will start taking forever. Lord have mercy. Bam, right here. So yeah. So with that being said, like, there was a picture of him, I guess, in Romania, and people are alleging, now I don't know how true or false it is, I guess as we continue to read it, it'll probably clear it up, that he was detained because with him being in the picture, I'm gonna do this. Oh, girl, we're gonna change you to this. That's what we're gonna do. Bam, right there. Bam. Here we go. Come on, because I know you over here just going through it. Come on. There we go. Not need you to load. There we go. Come on, Mercury retrograde. Get it together. Ooh, got people on the background. And by the way, guys, make sure you got thumbs up. Well, while that loads, I'm gonna continue to explain. Oh, it just came up as soon as I did that. So this right here, this is what people are talking about. So in this video, and also not only in this video, but if there was a picture as well, you're gonna see there's a box of pizza, and with the box of pizza, people are alleging that how they knew, like how Romania knew he was actually in Romania, is because that chain, that pizza brand chain franchise, is specific to Romania. So that's how they knew. Now, girl, it's not safe even when you over here trying to get some pizza, baby. It's not even safe. Actually, let me see what the people are saying. I want to keep this. I want to keep this up. Come on, he lives in Romania. I know that's right. So let's see what people are saying. Now it says Greta Thunberg. Thunberg. Now y'all know I butcher people's name. Taking out Andrew Tate was almost as good as Andrew Tate taking himself down in the pathetic clapback attempt, which apparently revealed he was in the country, leading to his arrest by Romanian authorities for human trafficking. What a story, girl. The magic of Twitter is you can wake up not knowing who Andrew Tate, and you can go by sleeping at his tiny, ooh, girl. Now, also, too, I saw him. He was actually, he got into it with somebody. Forgot this lady name. I was going to talk about it. But as I talk about this, I'm gonna flip through these. He actually ended up getting into it with like a I want to say like the climate change, people. I really don't know what to call them. I'm gonna say go green people. And he was criticizing her because she had a smart car. And so basically, essentially, he was calling her out saying, how are you talking about going green? But yet, right here, there she go, Greta. Okay, that's Greta. Okay, that's her name, Greta. Greta's the person that's supposed to be quote unquote going green. But he was calling her out. At least see how God really fixed this up, because I most definitely could not get her name to save my life. So yeah, so Greta is supposed to be a person that's supposed to be quote unquote going green. But they ended up getting into like a little debate, or a little like, having a little bit of tension, because what ended up happening is that he ended up criticizing her because she had a smart car. And so with that being said, he was like calling her out saying, how are you going to talk about going green, but yet what you're supporting does not support your theory, like your politics. So you can't buy all these types of cars that run on only God knows what, but yet want to claim you want to go green. Your politics and your actions do not match up. And so she said, yes, please do enlighten me. Email me at smallenergy@getalife.com. And so, yeah, they was really going at it. But yes, I wanted to bring that up because people wanted to talk about the picture exactly. But I actually want to go through some of these comments. Let me see what some of these people are saying. Oh, hey, Candace. I went to school with her. Well, back in the past. Come on, Candace. Now it says, I know Greta is having a ball. Now, someone else says, you see why it's better to just sit there and eat your food. Imagine a pizza box getting you arrested. Police arresting him, voice crackling, but I'm an alpha male. One thing about them pizza tables, his passport didn't flag on entry into the country, but the pizza box did. Girl, Carmen said there's still plenty of time to spin the block before 2023. And I'm gonna read two more. It says, so the reason he spewed all that misogynistic hatred towards him is because he's trafficked women and the girls. Hashtag makes sense. And this, okay, perfect example right here. This is what I mean. When your politics or the certain energy that you give out, it gives into a certain narrative or a certain reality about yourself, and then there's allegations or rumors surrounding, or at least could hint towards the reality, or at least the narrative surrounding your name. It makes it easy for people to believe those narratives, even without proof, direct proof, at least for the general public. Now it says here, not the dang pizza box gave it away. I wonder if men who follow him are also into human trafficking. Fired on his day off. So that's all I'm gonna read for that. Let me just take this down for 2.5 seconds. Good. Take this down for 2.5 seconds. Girl, that's why you got to treat people good, because you never know. Oh, right here. As soon as I went to my phone, it was one comment I wanted to see. Now here we go. I think it's very interesting because let's whenever it comes down to certain people love to do conspiracy theories. They love it. They love conspiracy theories. By the way, y'all, please make sure you guys thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. It really does help out with YouTube's algorithm. Please make sure you guys thumbs up. If we do our job, I'm over here glitching. Come on, pay attention. There we go. If I'm out, if we are in here doing our job in here, YouTube can do what they need to do outside of there. Okay. So with that being said, please make sure you guys thumbs up. Now there was a comment. I'm glad because on my phone it popped right up, but over here on my laptop it took a while. So I'm gonna read it off. Now I think it's interesting that when it comes down to certain people love to go with conspiracy theories before the truth even comes out, or even after the truth comes out. Someone says this. Here we go. Another way to tear down the truth, because here we have all these perfect people in the comments. Can't wait to find the dirt on someone that don't like, as if everyone they love don't have dirt. It's crazy to me people are applauding yet again another black man that really took me for I'm gonna read that again. Yeah, same thing I said. Same thing I said. I was like, what? I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna do that again. Here we go. Another way to tear down the truth, because here we have all these perfect people in the comments. Can't wait to find that really just threw me for a loop. No shade. That really did. Perfect people in the comments. Can't wait to find the dirt on someone they don't like, as if everyone they love don't have dirt. It's crazy to me. People are applauding yet again another black man for getting in his way. For getting it, girl, the way they be spelling, for getting it his way. For one, he's not black. First off, none of us are black, to be completely honest. We're all melanated, but even then, he's not even melanated like that. False equivalencies, here we go. Ignoring all the truth, but yet y'all have a friend or family member doing the same or worse, if not you. Deflection. I'm not gonna lie. He's 1/4 black and loves to let the public know it. Well, he's 1/4 black. He's 1/4 black, because I heard he's 1/4 in yellow here talking about he's half black. His father is one of the world's most famous black chess players. So is he a quarter or is he half? Because my thing is this. See, I wasn't planning on really getting into this conversation, but look, I might have to. No shade. Here's the thing. The magistrate considered him as a black man. Okay, so here's the thing. Let me just have a real conversation. There's nothing wrong being biracial. There's nothing wrong being mixed. But I'm going to say this. I think it's very interesting that some people conveniently claim when they are melanated. No shade. Because I'm not going to lie. If you are a black man, cool, claim it. That's more of a reason, because even then, like, I understand, because that makes it worse on his behalf for me personally. Because it's the fact that, sir, if you are, because I'm be honest, okay, so before I even read that, because that really just threw me for, something told me to read that, threw me for a loop. Before, I thought he was just like a non-melanated man, and he just had his opinions about women, and he just did what he said. But it's the fact that you are melanated yourself. Now I'm really gonna put my foot off in your ass. It's the fact that, sir, you as a melanated man need to understand the mother assignment. You need to understand that, sir, there's no benefit in being able to disrespect and degrade, specifically as well, in addition to what I'm about to say, women that are like you. I'm just going to leave that there because I don't want to go on a whole rant. So let's actually get into some of the politics and some of the things that he actually does. Let's get into some of that. That really just threw me for a loop. Like, that really just threw me for a loop. Now it says here. Now this now I have an article. Now this is the courtesy of the conversation. Come on, the conversation. Now it says Andrew Tate, how the manosphere influencer is selling extreme masculinity. Yo, and that's the thing about it too. Like, and I'm pretty sure they probably gonna talk about. Oh, this is a long article, so I'm gonna be talking my behind off. And that's the thing about it too. How are you gonna sit up here? How are you going to be on these platforms talking about masculinity and degrading women and women are trash, women are this, they don't love their bodies, and you're literally doing all of this for the attention of other men? That's homoerotic AF. That's homoerotic. And in the words of IG Green, they like to call us homosexuals. I beg to differ. No shade. You're doing all of this for the attention of other. And the reason why, and guess what? You know the reason why I know that? Because who's your audience? Other who? Men. I'm not sure the world uses the black and white labels the same way. No, they don't. Well, at least to my knowledge, they don't. From what I understand, they don't. Because even in conversations where, yes, for the attention of other men, yes, that's exactly. Because the thing is this: you literally. Because here's the thing. Let's just call a spade a spade. One of the main reasons why one of the notable figures within the manosphere even have a platform is because they do it for the attention of other men. Kevin Samuels proved that a long time ago when he said that when he was critiquing men weren't listening. People weren't listening. But then when he started to critique women, everybody paid attention and did like this. Everybody got in line. Yes, but that's the thing. Yes, his content may be aimed towards women. Wait, are you saying his content is aimed towards men? But even then, that's the thing. Okay, so here's the thing. Your content can be aimed towards this group or that group. But this is where the dog whistles come in at. Because I'm about to say it. Just because we also know men specifically, of course, there's always exceptions to the rule. There's always exceptions to the rule. But we also know as well, since men under a patriarchy, I was trying to have this conversation. I was trying to let y'all live off this patriarchy. But under a patriarchy, we as men and also as women have been taught to be misogynistic. No shade. And so now when you literally have the misogynistic talking points, yes, that's how you get attention from other men. Oh yes. Like, it's the fact that I literally just read an article. He literally said something along the lines on Twitter talking about women who get sexually assaulted should bear responsibility. And what are we doing? If we're talking about women being sexually assaulted, and we know that heterosexuality is the main and the most current and popular I'm gonna say consistent sexual orientation on this land and everywhere else, then yes, most of those sexual assault cases will come from heterosexual interactions. So if you're saying that women, come on, retrograde, catch me. But if you're saying that women should bear the responsibility of being sexually assaulted and taking the responsibility off who? Men. So yeah, your attention, yes, you're going to gain the attention of men. Oh, yes. He most definitely gave me a green light, so I don't have to have no responsibility for assaulting somebody. What? Oh, no. But let's get into this politics. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have more things to say once I get through this. You guys make sure you guys thumbs up, please. Now it says here, an online search. Now I'm gonna read the title again. It says Andrew Tate, how the Oh, girl, I'm just living in the ghetto, girl. Andrew Tate, how the manosphere influencer is selling extreme masculinity to young men. Now it says here, an online search of how to be a man leads to nearly 130 million hits and over 12 million videos. Many of these promise hacks and some big secret to attain the pinnacle of masculinity. Spend enough time looking through his content and you will inevitably encounter Andrew Tate. Oh my God, Jesus. Oh, yes. Yes, no one is arguing that, but you said his content being aimed towards men was homo. Yes, it is. Yes, it is homoerotic. Oh, okay. I'm gonna tell you how it's homoerotic. It's homoerotic because it's one thing for you to be able to encourage men and talk about men, but it's another thing when you are purposely. Because here's the thing: if these people are quote unquote as smart as they say that they are, then I'm gonna give them that. Since you say that you're smart, then that means you're being intentional about disrespecting women. Because let's be very clear. I don't think anyone, I could be jumping out the window when I say this. I don't think anyone that claims that they are smart and also has a head on their shoulders to actually believe that if someone was sexually assaulted, that it's the victim's responsibility in why they got assaulted. And that lets me know that if that's the case, of you actually being smart, you're being intentional about being a dumbass. And you know what to say to trigger up your audience. Like, yes, he's really for us. Yes, get the. And by the way, I'm about to use strong language. Yes, these bitches need to have responsibility. You shouldn't be dressing like that. You're being intentional, and you're doing it for what? To have the attention of other men. It's homoerotic. And then on top of that, let's be very clear as well too. Now you take that into account, because I didn't know a lot of this stuff. You know, a lot of times when I come and do these videos, I do like a raw reaction right in front of you guys. But to be completely honest, like when you actually take into account the stuff I literally just found out about him, the stuff he said on Twitter. A lot of his rhetoric, I kind of knew about his rhetoric, but the stuff he said on Twitter, why he got him banned, and then to think, oh, yeah, it probably would make sense for an allegation to come out about you sex trafficking women, because guess what? If this is true about you, quote unquote, engaging in human trafficking, then yes, of course it makes logical sense that you do not want. Of course it makes logical sense. Everybody just in there just fighting, Lord. I'm over here in the zoo. Of course, it makes logical sense for you to try to put the responsibility on the victim, because guess what? You're the perpetrator in this specific allegation, allegedly. So of course you don't want no responsibility. You want to push it off on the victim. And that's here we go. Oh God, here you go. Y'all done took me there. Because now it's like, because here's my thing, because I also need people to see through the BS, and this is the reason why I kind of get. I'm gonna go through this first slideshow I ever made. Now, y'all, here's the thing. Let me see something real quick. Let me actually look this stuff up real quick. Give me 2.5 seconds. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. So it's already popped up. Okay, so here's the thing. We're gonna go through this because now this is how you know someone's full of shit. This is how you know someone's full of it. Okay. Now it says the 10 major causes of failure in leadership. Now this is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Inability to organize details. That's one. Unwillingness to render humble service. Because here's the thing. A lot of times these dudes literally get on these platforms and say stuff along the lines of this. Now, this wasn't going to be a long video, but I think it just might be because now I'm kind of in the zone. Now, these men are the same ones that literally say things along the lines of, oh, girl, I'm over here pressing stuff. They're leaders. And I'm an alpha male. Because let's be very clear. This conversation surrounding, actually, I want to bring this down because I want to see you guys. this conversation surrounding alpha male and beta male and all these different things, just about to say, come on, retrograde, bring it down. Oh my God, what is everybody doing? There we go. There we go. Like, so yeah, so like these conversations surrounding alpha and beta male is best about letting you know who's a leader and who's a follower. It's always, and this is what I mean when you understand certain systems and stuff, you start to understand the language and the difference of approaches. And like Conscious said, even on your panel, Yellow Pill, that's if you're still, I believe you're still in here, but even on your panel, how do men basically want to say that they are protectors and also leaders? How can you protect and lead at the same time? Protectors are supposed to protect who? Leaders. So what sense does that make? How can you protect something, or because the leader is quote unquote supposed to be the nucleus of the operation. So how are you going to put the nucleus of the operation on the front lines to quote unquote be executed? That doesn't make any sense. That does not make any sense at all. Let me see, can I find this stuff real quick? Because I want to be able to pull this up on my end because on my computer it's acting crazy. But I want to make sure I read this out. Give me 2.5 seconds, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna go handle something real quick, girl. They're here just screaming if I had to go check on the kids, baby. Make sure no one was hurt. Okay, here's the thing. Dude, everybody just in there just fighting. Every single time I get on live, that's what all hell want to break. Well, you know, it is Mercury retrograde, girl. Everybody's communication skills gonna be not up to par. Now it says here, there's also toxic alpha males as well as toxic beta males. If your yin and yang is not balanced, you're probably toxic, and that's the thing. But I actually want to get into this because now I'm actually going to get into some more. But that's the thing. Yellow Pill. But that's the thing. That's the patriarchy that we talked about. And the reason why there's going to be inconsistency is because it's not balanced. And that's the thing. And this goes, and that's why I always say it's the patriarchy. But even when I say it's the patriarchy, I'm not saying that it's just men. Men and women and also other people believe in the patriarchy and also engage into the philosophy. You get what I'm saying? Let me see. Let me put this bad boy up. But we're going to go to some of these. So I got to make sure this shit don't go. All right. So the first thing, inability to organize details. Let me see. Can I bring this up? Bam, right here. Now it says, efficient leaders cause for an inability to organize and to master details. No genuine leader is ever too busy to do anything which may be required of him in his capacity as a leader. Girl, let me take this shit out. Now it says, yes, when a man, whether he is a leader or follower, admits he is too busy to change his plans or to give attention to any emergency, he admits his inefficiency. The successful leader must be the master of all details connected with his position. This means, of course, that he must acquire the habit of regulating details to capable lieutenants. So you have to be able to, in order for you to quote unquote be a leader, you have to be able to pay attention to details and organize those things. But we're going to continue. Now, here's another thing. Unwillingness to render her humble service. And this is what I mean. people say they want to be leaders, but yet from the position of or the stance of leadership, people want to become leaders so they can be on the forefront. And this is where the alpha males conversation comes into effect. Let me get rid of this screen because this is really bothering me. Yes. So right here it says, truly great leaders are willing when occasion demands to perform any sort of labor which they would ask another to perform. The greatest among ye shall be the servant to all, is a truth that all able leaders observe and respect. And the thing is that you cannot sit up here and say that you're a leader of women, but yet you're misogynistic and disrespect women. That doesn't make any sense. And you're not being a leader because you're naturally into it. If you're naturally, quote unquote, in that position, you're trying to be a leader just to manipulate. You're trying to be a leader just to completely show off power. And that's the issue. So you can't say, quote unquote, you're a leader of women, but yet you disrespect women. Then you're not truly a leader. If you want to take that stance. But we're going to continue. And this right here, and some of these pictures also reminds me of ideas and oh girl, it reminds me of ideas and situations. 2.5 seconds, y'all. Oh Lord, yeah, a lot going on back here. All right, so yeah, so this picture here, forgive me, y'all. So that's a low vibrational prey. Yeah, y'all are funny. So here's the thing: these pictures actually remind me of situations and examples that kind of I see throughout life. Actually, let me go back to a former one. Let me see real quick. Let me bring this down because now we're gonna talk about some real stuff. Because now, so here's the thing. And the reason why I have this picture up, I want to make sure I go to the right one before I bring it up. Right here. Bam. What? Come on, Red Mercury Retro. I need my mouse because, girl, this is not going to work. Bam, right here. This picture right here. The reason why I put that picture up in regards to the first point, inability to organize details, is because if you're still, quote unquote, supposed to be a leader, if you're supposed to be a leader, you should not be like, I'm so tired. That's a sign, and this is the complaints and issues that men are saying. I'm tired. I can't do this. It's too much. The world is so hard on men. That's why you're supposed to delegate. You're supposed to delegate. You're supposed to delegate. Men are not supposed to only just, I'm supposed to run the household and and the women supposed to take care of the children. No, that's not how that works. That's really not a realistic idea of how to run in this world in the present day. No shade. Now, the reason why I have this picture here about this low vibrational plate, here's the thing. This actually goes into the conversation whether or not someone says something along the lines of, who gets to eat first? The kids, you, or your husband? And here's the thing. Leaders in the military, anywhere, we go last. We eat last. You're supposed to make sure your squad is good. If you're the leader, you're going to eat last. And this is what it means. You're supposed to render humble service. When you're a leader, you eat last. Mercury retrograde, this house is going insane. But you're supposed to eat last. In the military, you're supposed to make sure your soldiers eat first. In your family, you make sure your family eat first. But let's continue. Let's continue. Expectation. Hold up, girl. Expectation, girl, because I'm gonna try to catch this up on my phone. Come on, Mercury retrograde. You got everything moving slow on my end. Come on, come on. There we go. There we go. Come on. Bam. There we go. Expectation of pay for what they know instead of what they do with what they know. And now this right here, it says the world does not pay men for which they know. It pays them for what they do or induce others to do. And this goes to the conversation where a lot of men literally have the idea that they think they're a good guy. They think they quote unquote know they're a good guy, but your politics and the way that you operate says otherwise. So when you get into these conversations, oh, I'm not like the rest of them. If you be completely honest, if you let all of them tell it, they're not like the rest of anybody. Like they do know, like when you look at things from a hierarchical standpoint, which is just about what capitalism is, and classism, which is the foundation of this country and this nation, is shaped in a form of a triangle. And by the way, I'm not doing this for Illuminati, but a triangle. And with the triangle, there are layers. And with those layers, most people are going to be at the foundation, the bottom layer. The least amount of people are going to be at the top layer. So most people are the ancient ass niggas. To be completely honest, most people are the ancient ass niggas. But yet, when it comes down to, when it comes down to understanding things from a hierarchical standpoint, the majority is going to be at the bottom. The majority is going to be at the bottom. Here we go. So a lot of times, a lot of people feel like, oh, I know I'm a good guy, because you may know it, but the thing is, you're not demonstrating those things. Yeah, I know I'm a leader, but yet you're not demonstrating those things. Because here's the thing. I feel like the word women could replace men in a lot of these scenarios. But here's the thing, Yellow Pill. But here's the thing. If you guys claim to be leaders, here's the thing. If you guys claim to be leaders, the leaders, I'm sorry, you cannot lead the pack and then get mad that the pack look a certain way and then want to blame the pack. You cannot lead and then lead the household to hell and then get mad at the household for following your leadership. And so a lot of times, yes, we talk about women. Yes, we talk about women in the way that they may dress, the way they may act, and the entitlement and all that. But when you look at things from a systemic point, women didn't create the system. Like it's like us always talking about black people all the time. Yes, you can do that, but black people didn't create. Melanated people did not create the system. We have to start from the root, which is Caucasian people. You have to start from the root. So let's get on. Let me continue. Oh, here we go. And the reason I'm bringing this up because these are what's his name? Andrew Tate. These are his talking points. Fear of competition from followers. Now, this is actually kind of long, so I'm going to try to read this as much as I can. The leader who fears the one of his followers may take his position is practically sure to realize that fear sooner than later. Does that sound familiar? The able leader trains understudies to whom he may delegate at will any of the details of his position. Only in this way may a leader multiply himself and prepare himself to be at many places and give attention to many things at one time. It is an eternal truth that men receive more pay for their ability to get others to perform than they could possibly earn by their own efforts. An efficient leader may, through his knowledge of his job and the magnetism of his personality, greatly increase the efficiency of others and induce them to render more service and better service than they could render without his aid. Let's continue. Now, doesn't this sound familiar? Now this is where we get into the conversation of, now every single point I'm bringing up, Andrew Tate, these are his talking points. These are his talking points. And then he takes the stance of being an alpha male, aka a leader. But yet you demonstrate every single failure in leadership. So now this is the conversation where we talk about women specifically for context purposes, being able to get a degree, being able to further their education, being able to get more executive level jobs. But then yet you say things, we don't care about your degrees. We don't care about those things, you know, because it's this right here. Fear of competition from your followers. And since you want to take on the conversation or the idea of you're the leader, that fear comes from, quote unquote, your followers, and I'm using quotation marks, possibly surpassing you. And these are the talking points. Lack of imagination. Now it says here, without imagination, the leader is incapable of meeting emergencies and creating plans by which to guide his followers' efficiency. Now, this is the conversation here, where we talk about the masculine and feminine energy. Feminine energy. So masculine energy and feminine energy, everybody possesses those things. You should not have one more than the other. There needs and there needs to be a necessity of a balance. Masculine energy has more to do with action. Feminine energy has more to do with the eternal, the internal, the being able to actualize, being able to feel, being able to process those emotions. And as you see right here, you have the masculine and feminine qualities at the top, but then you have the natural feminine and the natural masculine. So the natural feminine here, you see here, it says creative. So how can you be creative if you're literally conditioning men to not be feminine at all? Once again, it's another talking point that he fails in. But these are the leaders in the sector. Selfishness. Here we go. Hold on, let me go. Girl, I'm over here going from back and forth, back and forth. Oh, that's why I do. Okay, you know what? I really do hate when Mercury retrograde is like going crazy because it really messes up my devices and stuff. Now it says here, selfishness. The leader who claims all the honor for the work of his followers is sure to be met with resentment. The really great leader claims none of the honors. He is contented to see the honors when there are any go to his followers, because he knows the most men will work harder for commendation and recognition than they will for money alone. And here's the thing. Let's get into this conversation. A lot of people, specifically in the context of Andrew Tate, they do this from an egoic stance, because there is no way possible, if you're quote unquote supposed to be a leader, there is no way possible you do not want to see your tribe, since he is black, y'all, melanated. There's no reason why you do not want to see your tribe be successful. There's no way you should not be telling your woman, where's that? You know, we don't care about your degrees. We don't care about you advancing yourself, advancing your education, especially if that's something that you care about, as in the woman herself. There should be no reason why you should allow yourself to be the best thing that you can be. But yet when it comes down to your quote unquote, and I'm using quotation marks, your followers, all of a sudden, oh no, we don't care about those things. You don't need those things. You're becoming too masculine. Yeah. So yes, it's from an egoic stance. Girl, oh my God, come on, phone, you acting slow. Intemperance. Now it says here, his followers do not respect an intemperate leader. Moreover, intemperance in any of the various forms destroy the endurance and the vitality of all who indulge in it. Keep in mind, these are also like intemperance. Let's be very clear. When it comes down, main example right here, Mr. Jay Lethal himself. We need to physically discipline our women. Jay Lethal. He said that out his mouth. He most definitely said that out his mouth. And it's in quotation marks. Andrew Tate. This the conversation that comes to like when this word simp enters the conversation. Because now what ends up happening is that now when you actually have a man that actually respects women, now you actually have a man that actually considers his partner, the person that he's in a relationship with, it's the manipulative tactics of calling him a simp because he doesn't rule everything or run the relationship with an iron fist. But you're supposed to be a leader. Disloyalty. Let's get into it. Perhaps this should have come at the head of the list. The leader who is not loyal to his trust and to his associates, those above him and those below him, cannot long maintain his leadership. Disloyalty marks one as being less than the dust of the earth and brings down on one's head the contempt he deserves. Lack of loyalty is one of the major causes of failure in every walk of life. Andrew Tate is also somebody that believes that he can sleep with whoever he wants. And people like him, aka Kevin Samuels, they also believe that if a man makes X, Y, and Z amount of money, he is allowed to cheat. You just have to deal with it. Even though the rules and regulations of the contract of that relationship was supposed to be mono. But the thing is, they're not even interested in poly or polarity. Well, I don't know which term it is, but poly, because they want you to stay loyal to them, but as they go and step out. Make it make sense. It does not make sense. Here we go. Emphasis of the authority of leadership. The efficient leader leads by encouraging and not by trying to instill fear in the hearts of his followers. I'm going to read that again. That's a powerful one. The efficient leader leads by encouraging and not by trying to instill fear in the hearts of his followers. The leader who tries to impress his followers with his authority. Let's get into it. The leader who tries to impress his followers with his authority comes within the category of leadership through force. If a leader is a real leader, he will have no need to advertise the fact except by his conduct, his sympathy, understanding, fairness, and a demonstration that he knows his job. And Andrew Tate, and also Jay Lethal, we should physically discipline our women. Andrew Tate, the leader who tries to impress his followers with his authority, and this is the conversation about leader. I'm the man. I'm the head of household. You're the man. You wear the pants. You take control. So yes, it's very much homoerotic. It's very much homoerotic because your image on the surface level says, I'm a leader. I'm the alpha male. I'm not a beta male. And keep in mind, the alpha male means leader. Beta male means, bitch, whatever. But if you're the leader, every single failure in terms of leadership, which also can be found in your talking points, what about that makes you a leader? So yes, it's homoerotic because everything he says stimulates the minds of weak-minded men and weak-minded women, but mostly weak-minded men. And since we know we live in a hierarchy, that's the majority. Having this toxic version of leadership. Everybody dresses it up like leader, but really they want power. Here we go. Emphasis on the title. The competent leader requires no title to give him the respect of his followers. The man who makes too much over his title generally has little else to emphasize. The doors to the office of the real leader are open to all who wish to enter. Now it says, and his working quarters are free from formality or ostentation. Now, girl, I probably butchered the hell out of that last word. No shade. Because my mouth is dry. Let me get some water. Let me lubricate. Now, doesn't that sound familiar, y'all? What's going on, K.O. Kane? Because, girl, you know, me saying your name, you two be trying to get me up out of here. But doesn't that sound familiar? I'm the alpha male. I'm the head of household. I'm the leader. I'm this. I'm that. So, what about... Get rid of this. So, what about his stance, his image, his talking points that does not stimulate or lean towards homoeroticism? What about that? That it does not lead towards homoeroticism. Girl, my tongue. If you know your image is I'm an alpha male, but yet your talking points just about completely, and here's the thing. One of the key points in the slide was what? Where is it? I think it was the first one. Okay, let me go back. I forgot which one was. But being able to rid leaders of responsibility. And you're also the same person that said that, oh, you know, I think people that get sexually assaulted should bear responsibility. And just to think you have a case investigation surrounding human trafficking. And so, of course, it makes perfect logical sense that, of course, you're speaking up for people who are perpetrators of sexual violence and dehumanization. So if you're in that position and you're the one that can, quote unquote, be held accountable, of course your politics are going to say, oh yeah, I think the victim should be held accountable. Make it make sense. But let me go back to the I done did all that. Girl, you know, I be getting like so revved up, like, girl. Okay, so now I gotta see what the hell I was. Okay, yeah. So Andrew Tate. Now apparently the most. Now I'm back to the article, y'all. Hey, what's going on, y'all? And hey, Moesha. Hey, Boar. Now it says appointed the most Googled public figure in 2022. Tate was removed from a range of platforms in August due to his claims he promoted extreme misogynistic views. Remember, y'all, a leader does not hate his tribe. If a woman is your tribe, you don't put out misogynistic views if you're the leader. Tate is also accused of being at the vanguard of radical listing young men and endorsing male supremacy, with parents and educators concerned about his influence on young men and their views on masculinity. Here we go. US-born Tate was raised in the UK and competed as a kickboxer before appearing on Big Brother in 2016. After a video surfaced of Tate hitting a woman with a belt. Remember, y'all, Iron Fist. I just read it. With an iron fist. Being able to showcase your alpha maleness, aka leadership, through understanding fairness, but BUT to do those things through force, that's a failure in leadership, and you quote unquote being a quote unquote alpha male, because that's really what it is. Alpha male, aka leader. Beta male, you play in the back. That's essentially what it is. And from, well, I'm gonna say from their perspective. No shade. So with the belt, producers removed him from the show on the grounds of domestic abuse. Now it says Tate refused this version of events, saying the activities filmed were consensual and that he was removed for the safety of other housemates. Like many reality television stars, Tate then found social media fame promoting a jet set lifestyle, fast cars, private planes, expensive cigars, and attractive women. And here's the thing, like y'all do know, and this goes to another erotic, homoeroticism. Come on, it's coming to me because girl, my tongue is tired right now. I drunk all that juice. Oh, I got more in here. Pour some more. But homoeroticism, you also got to keep in mind with this too. Sorry, I gotta lubricate. You also gotta keep this in mind too. When literally on these panels, literally in these spaces, men literally tell you that they literally do everything to get girls. They do everything to get women. And then, but however, there's also, you also have to press the gas on that. They also get women to impress other men. That's the reason why something like a trophy wife exists. Yeah, that's the reason why a trophy wife exists. They was with another blogger. Now it says here, alpha males don't go around fighting females. They challenge other males. He's no alpha male. My point exactly. If you go with that theory of that, I'm be honest with you, the whole alpha male and beta male, my personal opinion, the ish is stupid. To be completely honest, because y'all like people do know that. I guess I'm gonna have to be the one to shake the table. Y'all like people do know that was actually referred to wolves, and to my knowledge, like that was actually referred to animals like wolves. And to my knowledge now, I could be wrong about this part, wolves in captivity. So if you want to label yourself like an animal, you just might get treated like one in real life. And we're also the same culture that literally say things along, you must pray, and words are spells. But yet you're calling yourself an alpha male, which refers to an animal in captivity. Make it make sense. Here's the thing. Now it says, let me continue. Oh Lord, everybody just okay. Like many reality television stars, Tate. Wait, let me see. Oh yeah, like many reality TV stars, Tate then found social media fame promoting just unknown fast cars, private. I read that expensive cars, attractive women. Okay, here we go, right here. Tate advocates a traditional form of masculinity that exploits notions. Here we go now. Here we go. Notions of the male protector, provider, and patriarch, and values conspicuous consumption. Here we go. There we go. Your protector, provider, and patriarch. And since we live in a patriarchy, and we do live in a patriarchy, and I'm gonna explain why. Patriarchy. Everybody in this chat, I'm pretty sure everybody in this chat has who? Unless you're married, you have your father's last name. That's patriarchy. I'm pretty sure when a woman gets married, 9 times out of 10, there's always exceptions, you're going to receive who? The male's last name. That's patriarchy. Patriarchy. Our government is mainly ran by who? Mostly men. Because if it was mostly women, Roe v. Wade, the overturning of Roe v. Wade, most likely never would have happened. No shade. So yes, we still live in a patriarchy. And so since he talks about, oh, I'm male protector, provider, and patriarch, aka leader, but yet you want to be the protector, like Conscious said earlier. How do you want to protect something, but yet you want to be the leader? That doesn't make any sense. You cannot lead. You can't lead something and also be the protector of it. Like I'm going to reiterate, the leaders are usually the brain of the operation. They're the nucleus. So if the leaders are taken out, for the most part, the operation is going to fall. So there's no point in you being, quote unquote, the leader, which is the brain and the operator, and then you're on the front lines fighting and you get terminated. That doesn't make any sense. So let's continue. It says here, he has gone on record to say that women are like children. Here we go. Women are like children, a man's property, a liability, corrupted by sex, lazy and stupid. Let's actually dissect that. Are like children. Last time I checked, when it comes down to children, especially the way that we actually treat children, to be completely honest, children don't have a free will. Like, children don't have, in a lot of people's households, children don't have a choice a lot of the times. He also said a man's property. There we go. That ownership, you're leading from a egoic stance. And that goes back to what I read when I read the 10 girl, my mind is going blank. The 10 failures of leadership. You're not leading because you want to render humble service, and you actually want to lead from a genuine empathetic, which is empathy is what? A feminine trait. Empathetic stance of fairness and communication, etc. You're leading from an egoic state. To actually think you're egoic enough to believe, and the audacity of you to actually believe that a man's property is another whole human being, especially considering the fact that you're black. The fact that you're black. The fact that you're melanated. And then this is the reason why I be keeping my foot on black men's neck when it comes down to certain conversations, because it's the fact that how are you going to, quote unquote, be a slave, but then yet you're going to continue to try to enslave other people? That does not make any sense. Please make it make sense. Oh, thank you, Voice of Reason. Thank you. Wait, come on, catch it now. Come on. Stop glitching. Thank you so very much, Voice of Reason. I really appreciate your contribution. I really do. It says, right, it's all ego-based. They tell us that all the time. Now, they may not say it all the time, like they may not say it directly, but once you understand these things on different levels, you can hear it clear as day. Clear as day. But thank you for your contribution. I really appreciate it. I hyphenated because I couldn't fully commit to a full name change. See? And that's why I say it's always exceptions. And please make sure you guys thumbs up, please. Now he said, like children. Yeah, he has gone on record to say women are like children, a man's property. I'm sorry, I can't even get past the property part, especially knowing that he actually considers himself. I don't know if he actually considers himself black to their core, because people like to pick and choose when they black. No shade, but I'm gonna go with the stance of he's black, and he actually claims it full out. It's the fact that the dehumanization tactics that actually goes into account to where people actually start to look at other human beings and dehumanize them, objectify them, and think that they're property, especially knowing that you come from a melanated context and think it's appropriate to do that. Let's not forget. Let's actually run the tapes back. Let's actually let's do a bit of time travel. Let's get into a time travel machine. We're gonna run it back. Let's be very clear. Black melanated people, because I know a lot of people don't like to be called black. Melanated people weren't even considered human beings. They were considered property. The same exact manipulative, dehumanizing tactic that was used against you and part of your ancestors. So, case in point, I got time. I'm gonna use this. So, I have this cup because I'm gonna make this basic level. Oh, girl, I gotta think. I have this cup right here. Let me see. Am I glitching? I want to make sure I'm not glitching because I want you guys to actually see this because I got time. Okay, I'm good. I have this cup here. So with me having this cup, this is my cup, and with me having this cup, I can do whatever I want to it because it's not a human being, it's an it. And this is what I mean it also goes to when people even try to dehumanize trans people and call them it and freaks and stuff. They don't even understand that you're literally passing on the tactics of your oppressors. I have this cup. It's not a human being. It doesn't feel, it doesn't think, it doesn't do anything. It just sits and it is what it is. I call it it because I'm identifying it. It's not human. And it's very much different. Yeah, everybody just in here. Come on, Mercury retrograde got everybody in here just cussing up a storm. But it's not human. And so with that being said, I can do whatever I want to it. I can throw it against the wall. I can do this to it. I can pick it up, slam it everywhere. And with me doing that, and let's actually forget the cup. I have my phone. It's my phone. It's my property. I can do whatever I want. I can throw it against the floor, step on it, crack on it. Now, keep in mind, people are going to look at me crazy like, oh my God, why are you doing that to his phone? But people are not going to care because it's my property. And these are the subtle manipulative tactics that's used to allow people to have the psyche to be able to disrespect people and have the ability to sleep at night. But this is the leader. This is the person that's running households. This is the person that's active in the lives of other men. And him being a black man at that. Homoerotic. Now, because the thing about it is that I can see if you were doing it and trying to help men, but you're not really trying to help men. You're putting them on the wrong path. So I'm gonna continue. He says, a man's property, a liability. A liability. So women are a liability now. This goes back to what I read. What leader will literally, I'm gonna say this again. What leader will literally not want their tribe to do good? What leader would literally not want their tribe to be successful? And this is the backward because I'm trying to filter out these cuss words. This is the backwards that literally gets people caught up. You're a liability, but I don't want you to be the best that you can be. I'm the protector, the provider, and the patriarch. But you're a liability. But I don't want you. Who cares about degrees? Who cares about your education? Who cares? People don't like that. So you understand that this person is a liability, but yet you don't want them to get to a place to where they're not so much of a liability and depending on you. Make it make sense. It doesn't. Good. They are going crazy out there. Corrupted by sex. I just think it's interesting that men are to take the stance of women are corrupted by sex, but yet it's just the fact that if they are, in some other people's perspective, if they're moving the same way men move, what does that say about yourself? What are you saying about yourself? Because even when they say things, when a woman have sex with multiple men, her value goes down. What does that say about you, sir? What does that say about us as men? When you guys literally say men, when they sleep with multiple women, their value goes up. What does that say? Like, what does that say? Do you not know what the problem, like, where the issue lies? What does that say about yourself? And then not only that, like, once again, here we go. I didn't want to have this conversation, but like I said, it's still gonna be a long live. People do know that these talking points come from respectability politics. That if you look a certain way, act a certain way, you're going to be treated a certain way. And this also comes from religious talking points and background. Historically and biblically, women were used for their beauty, men were used for their resources because we're under a patriarchy. And so, biblically, men loved virgins. Loved virgins. So now that, quote unquote, men acted a fool, and now you having a strong response to doing some of the things that were actually done. Now you have women acting amok. Now all of a sudden you want to do this whole, have this whole stance of, their liability, and you're corrupted by sex. So what does that say about you? You're also the same y'all are also the same people that literally say things that if a man makes a certain X, Y, Z amount of money, he is allowed to cheat, essentially. Because you guys say that you should expect it, and then once you expect it, you can leave if you want, but you stupid if that's what you if that's what you accept. And once again, you can say that statement, but once again, we're gonna press the gas. What does that say about you? Once again, I'm gonna say this again because I said this on conscious panel some time ago. Oral morals and ethics do not come from what you can't do. Morals and ethics come from what you can do, but I have enough respect for you not to do those things. So essentially, now when you have someone like a Cynthia G, now essentially when you have someone like a high-powered podcast that from other people's perspective that's saying this outrageous stuff, what do you guys expect? What do you guys think is going to happen? Like, I need for y'all to make it make sense. Because with every action, there's a reaction. The same reason, the same way how, when racism was going on and still currently going on, the reaction was a Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Harriet Tubman, Frederick Douglass, Malcolm X, Black Panthers. That was the response. The melanated movement of melanated people. So yeah, but let me continue. Lazy and stupid. Let me continue. He has claimed that men, and I haven't even went through all of this article yet, Garrett. He has claimed that men become weak and uncompetitive. Girl, my tongue is tired today. Uncompetitive if they live with women. That depression isn't real. And that success is defining how much power one has over other people. Here we go. They become weak. So he has claimed that men become weak and uncompetitive if they live with women. There we go. And then different conversations, we literally talk about how, it's so hard for men to be men and to be human. But then yet you literally have the same exact men uplifting and upholding the patriarchy. And women as well too. And so what makes them weak? Because they're they're with women? Like, because they're with women? That doesn't make any sense at all. I'm gonna continue. He also said that depression isn't real. And let's be very clear. What's the statistics that Knockout Media said on the live when he said about men actually offering themselves? Let's not forget DJ Twitch. DJ Twitch just recently lost his life. Oh Lord. And these are the leaders of today. And you're talking about not addressing, and that's that toxic masculinity, because you're not addressing your emotional state. Like I always say, because I always say this about philosophy. Whatever your philosophy or your belief is on the subconscious level, you're going to act those things out. And essentially what I mean by that, where the mind goes, the body's going to follow. And it also goes to a saying what people said is a famous saying. I'm about to paraphrase it, y'all. Don't butcher me because I'm about to butcher it. The saying goes something like this. I'm about to butcher it, y'all. That if only people knew they weren't slaves anymore, they wouldn't be slaves. So essentially that means that in their head, they thought they were slaves, even though in reality they were free and they could leave, and they had the capability and the capability to leave and be free. But mentally they were trapped, and mentally they did not know. So to say that depression isn't real, you done lost your mind. You have lost your marbles. So I'm just curious to know, once this situation actually progresses and things start to really get hot, I wonder, is depression still going to be a figment of people's imagination, specifically for Andrew Tate? And just to think that you could be facing some serious time, yeah, you're going to be stressed. If you're human, if you're a human being. And I think that you are. No shade. Where am I? Oh, that success is defined by how much power one has over other people. Now, here's the thing. I need people to understand this as well. This also goes to why we literally talk about a healthy version of patriarchy and a healthy version of masculinity. Reason being is because this statement right here, and that success is defined by how much power one has over other people. Reason why that's important is because, let's be very clear, we get into different conversations of, you know, why don't other men correct other men? Why don't other men decide to speak out when it comes down to certain things and addressing other men? Because women aren't able to do it. Queer people aren't really able to do it, because when we do it, people don't listen to us. So why don't they do that? And you know the rebuttal that we usually get, you know, it's dangerous for a man to correct a man. You know, we could possibly lose our lives. You know why? Because you guys lack the emotional part of things, because you're taught to neglect the feminine. Thank you, JT. I want to make sure. Thank you, JT. Thank you for your contribution. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so very much. I really do appreciate it. Hey, Nakia. But here's the thing, like, because you literally have this idea of masculinity to where your success, and here's the thing about it too. And this, actually, here's the thing about it too. You're literally equating your success by competing with other men instead of actually being in your own lane. That's the problem. And that's the reason why a lot of people aren't even, and I'm going to make it general, that's the reason why a lot of people aren't even successful. Like, yes, you may be successful here, but you're not successful up here. You may be successful physically, but here and here, you're not successful, because you're trying to compete with other people instead of being in your own lane and being unique to yourself and being true to yourself. Not only that, let's be crystal. Allow me to be diamond. I think I'm gonna start saying it. Allow me to be Fiji, like Fiji water. allow me to be crystal. Allow me to be crystal. I'll keep it simple for right now until I actually get it the way that I really want to. Like I kind of want to say it. Allow me to be crystal. This is the reason why when you guys talk about, oh, we can't correct other men because we could possibly lose our lives. You do know y'all are the only ones who kind of trying to hold that toxic version of masculinity in that aspect. Things do not always have to resort to a fight. But yet, since you have someone like Andrew Tate that tells you to be hyper masculine and just about indirectly neglect the feminine of any kind, where do you think that calming nature is going to come from? Where do you think that? And I think it's very interesting too, because I literally seen, me and Conscious was watching a video from the Grapevine, and there was the Grapevine is a panel where they talk about controversial things and it gets really heated. So it was some point in the video, and within the video, they was going crazy and people was arguing. They was getting all heated. And one of the executive producers said something. His name is Donovan. He said something because he was like, everybody chill out. And one of the other male panelists, one of the men felt a certain way for him talking to him like that. He was like, bro, what you trying to do? They kind of got really heated. And the thing I thought was very interesting, it's like, oh, I think it's very interesting how people talk about people being emotional. But the thing that me and Conscious noticed is that it took the women to calm the situation down. Like to literally be like, everybody just chill, it's not worth it. We trying to do what we have to do. It took the women being able to calm things down. And this is the reason why you need both energies. You need that masculine to sometimes, if you have to, go to war, but also you need that feminine energy to also actually actualize. You be like, you know what? Is this really worth it? Or be like, you know what? I'm going to take the better route because guess what? I still have a family to go back to. So y'all, this idea of y'all, I'm not going to say this idea because I do know it's true. Y'all literally expressing and talking about how approaching other men is dangerous is because we need for y'all to wise up when it comes down to other aspects in your life. When it comes down to ideology, your ideas, that yin and yang. So let me continue because I haven't finished this freaking thing yet. Now it says here, he also has been accused of being homophobic and racist. Honestly, be quite honest, the homophobic stuff I kind of figures. If you hate women, 9 times out of 10 it's just shocking. If you like misogynistic to women, then 9 times out of 10 it's like, okay, I know you're not, for the most part, you're not gonna have any grace for gay people. No shade, because if you don't respect the femininity in women, and especially in this nation where we have a strong binary where we associate femininity with women and masculinity with men, and you don't and under this pretense, under this idea, or Romania, whatever, if you don't respect the beings of femininity under the construct of thinking that women solely own femininity, and that's your idea, if you don't respect them for being feminine, what makes you think that you're going to respect a man for being feminine or sleeping with another man? Because that, quote unquote, to y'all logic, it brings our value down. Women sleeping with men and multiple men brings their value down. Men sleeping with other men brings our value down. So what about that screams alpha male? What about that screams leader in y'all, in the perspective of Andrew Tate? It doesn't. But the thing is, so the homophobe part didn't really catch me off guard. But racist. Let me see. Can I click on this? Is going. Oh, they have other things of him being. Oh, okay. So this one's not that long. Let me see. Oh yeah. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna read this. Now it says Andrew Tate has substantial connections with the far right, which means the influencer is in danger to young men and teenage boys campaigners have warned. Now it says here, and yeah, I just read it off. Have warned. Hope, not hate, a campaign group argued the 35-year-old self-avowed success coach has routinely been accused of misogyny but his links to the far right are far less well known. Let me see, can I be able to? Oh, girl, they're trying to have me register. Okay, I'm gonna register up out of this site. That's what I'm gonna do. Girl, I am not doing that. Let me go back. Girl, they're trying to get me up out of here, girl. I'm not registering nothing. But I think it's interesting about the racist stuff because I'm like, okay, you're melanated. Well, I learned that you black, you biracial, you mixed. Come on, racism. In August 2022, Tate was banned. I had to get a different way of saying the B word. Tate was kicked. I'll put kicked. Tate was kicked off from the platforms of Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. Tate has since denied being misogynistic, saying he was simply playing a comedic character. So that's funny. A comedic character, and that his views were deliberately misconstrued, misinterpreted, and taken out of context. Remember, y'all, remember in the genesis of this live, I said that if he is claiming to be smart, successful, etc., then if I take on that logic of you being smart, successful, and etc., that means you're being intentional about the stuff that you do. And so now you're sitting up here claiming that you played in character. He uses his 25% black to escape accountability for racism. Got it. Exactly. Yes, you're 25% melanated. But however, the way that you operate and the misogyny and also the racism, that 75% starting to speak really loud for you instead of that 25%. So he's sexist, homophobic, and racist. A real winner. I guess so. Yep, JT, he's just kidding. So let's continue. A comedic character, his views were deliberately misconstrued, misinterpreted, and taken out of context. This was just a joke. Defense is a tried and tested method of deflecting criticism and defending misogyny. Perfect. Girl, I'm about to butcher this person's name. Linguist Bethan Benwell has studied the use of irony in men's lifestyle magazines, finding that it allows speakers to impose controversial views without taking responsibility. And we just said that. Perfect. But it's difficult to square Tate's explanations for his behavior with what he actually says. A cursory review of almost any of his content highlights of incredibly worrying mindset where gender is concerned. In some cases, openly promoting promoting coercive, girl, you know this word here I always mess up. Coercive control and domestic abuse. This is the king, y'all. Oh, this is a long. Okay, so I'm gonna stop making so many pauses in between. This is a long thing. I'm gonna try to get this done in 2 hours. It says, King of the Manosphere. Tate has become a leading voice of the Manosphere, a digital space where men talk about men issues like fitness and health, dating, relationships, finances, divorce, fathers' rights, and more. Where these are important topics to offer help and support on, the Manosphere is also a space where anti-woman, anti-feminist ideologies have taken root, bolstered by a belief in the inherent superiority of men. Shifting gender relations and changing familial and domestic patterns have led more young men to feel what psychologist Michael Kimmel calls aggrieved entitlement, a state of anger and fear that they are losing their social status and privilege. And this is what me and Conscious talks about all the time. Yep, you just got blocked. There we go. So this is what me and Kyle talks about all the time. That it feels like, as you can tell by the way that patriarchy is acting, they know that the tables are starting to turn. They're not fully flipped over yet. They're starting to turn because that's the universe, God, trying to even out the playing field. So then it's gonna be a while in the extreme femininity. It's gonna be a little minute in there, and then it's gonna start to turn back in the middle. In my own research, I have found that aggrieved entitlement goes hand in hand with men presenting themselves as victims of a global assault on masculinity. They said that so perfectly. Like, no, that's not homophobic. You know, people are homophobic, but you heterophobic. Shut the f up. Where was I? So on masculinity. My analysis of manosphere spaces on Reddit, for example, shows that men think they are emasculated, disposable, disrespected, disregarded, and even totally forgotten. It is easy to see then how Tate's message becomes a call to reclaim lost masculinity and reassert masculine authority over others. Girl, the key. Many worry that Tate's audience is being indoctrinated into extremist and dangerous form of masculinity, as journalist Caitlin Cooper points out. Okay, I'm not reading all that. Okay, so that's all I'm gonna read on that. So let me just do this real quick. Ooh, girl, froze. Yeah, I was froze for a little bit. Okay, because I had to check my stuff. Come on, Mercury retrograde. Get it together. Get it together. So here's the thing. When it comes down to Andrew Tate, I'm gonna still give him the benefit of the doubt. Not in the sense of, oh my God, it's no way possible he could have done it. But I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt until it comes out that if he did it or he didn't do it. And plus, I know how to make the distinction between you getting off through the court system, but yet you still did it. We're gonna see. I want to follow this case. I want to see all the evidence that comes out. I want to see all the things that are presented. I want to see those things. But since I have more information on him, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt as in the court system, but yet there's no way possible that if this situation came out, this rumor, allegation actually came out, that people would not believe it. Like, you basically set the foundation for that rumor and allegation to have legs. And then on top of that, there's no way, and this is my thought process. I could be wrong because I'm not that deep into the court. I'm not that deep into the justice system, and especially in different countries. The government will not even open investigations this big to the point you have to raid houses if there's no smoke there. Where there's smoke, there's usually fire. Or sometimes there could be a firecracker or a candle. So with that being said, it's a possibility. It's a strong possibility that he did this. I believe. It's a government-sponsored rumor, but that's the thing. Yeah, but that's the thing. And this is what I said earlier. And after this, I'm gonna get off because I think I gotta see if Conscious live. He probably is, probably isn't. Let me see. No, he's not live yet. Oh, he's gonna go live, so I'm gonna end it. I'm not gonna do a panel. Actually, I'm gonna do a panel because he starts. I'm not gonna do a panel because I can't. But because I have to join him. So here's the thing. When it comes down to Andrew Tate, and this is what I mean, and I'm gonna keep saying it because people can get this. This is what I mean, is that you have to be careful of your name. You have to be careful of your name. You have to be careful of the things that you do and the things that you say and the narratives that may come across your name. You have to be careful because even with him being a celebrity or being a notable figure to where people can actually look him up and know who he is. Oh, you do kickboxing. Oh, you known for this. Oh, you've been on podcasts. Okay. A lot of times people equate that to money. And since he has an image of fancy cars, jet skis, planes, etc., people equate that to money and clout. And so now, even with, let's entertain the idea that this isn't even true. And so with those things not even being true, now you have a reputation, a name. Sometimes you can't control that. But from what we see, he most definitely was the author of his reputation and his name. So with your reputation and your name, now you literally have, not saying this about the victims directly, but I'm going to say this in general. Now you literally have clout chasers that are able to come up with narratives, allegations, and they can be able to alter those narratives and allegations to what you said, the way that you feel, the way to kind of make it come off to where they can most definitely sway the public to think that these things are true. So now, if you are in a situation to where you're actually not even the bad guy, people will not give you the benefit of the doubt. So that's really all I have to say. That is really it for my video for today, guys. Please make sure you guys pop that like button. Please thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbing up really does help with the YouTube algorithm. It really does. Once again, like I'm always keep saying, if we do our job inside of here, they're gonna do their job out there. And with them doing their job out there, we're gonna find new people coming here. Okay. I do have some really special things coming up for the channel, but I'm not gonna expose those things as of yet. Now, in terms of all of my cash, wait, I gotta make sure I don't have any Cash App contributors. I gotta make sure I do this right. Okay, I have no Cash App contributors, but I most definitely had a lot of people actually contribute to the super chat and also contribute throughout the live. I really do appreciate you guys so very much. I really, really, really do. Let me see. It says, I try to stick around all the way through TTV panels, but those I gotta go. Yeah, you are like, my thing is, I'd be like, girl, because like I've been trying to have more patience, but my thing is one thing when you just don't get it. I can do that. Like, you know what? If you don't get it, I can be patient with that. But it's another thing when you're being intentional about not getting it, and then you're playing like you're just trying, like you're trying to understand. That sends me through the roof. That sends me through the roof. No shade. But I really do appreciate all of my contributors. As of right now, I have no Cash App contributors, but I really do appreciate all the contributors throughout the show. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so very much. That is it for my video for today, guys. Please make sure you guys pop that like button, hit the subscribe button, and please smack the notification bell so do not miss any more posts from me. Till next time, guys, I will see you guys later. Deuces.